What's good, family and friends in the Sonic community? This is your boy returning from a long hiatus. So, this video is going to talk about some Q&As and some future plans of the channel. So, this is your first time seeing my face, so you can kind of look at it as a reveal to the wolf, or to the man behind the wolf, your boy Lou Moon. So, I've been looking at a lot of comments about the series, which is a two-part, and I know most of you are asking about season 3, but you know, when life gets ahead of you and things like that, whether it be for good or for bad, you have to take all that with a grain of salt. Plus, you know, just trying to, you know, cope with tragedies recently, and yeah, just too much going on for me. So things came, things go, people come, people go, and it was for either good or bad. But anyway, I had took the time out to read all your comments from the fanfic, and most of you like it, some don't. But you know, I'm always welcome to all criticisms and questions and things like that. So, and here we are 7 to 8 years later, after the second season has ended, and there were plans of season 3. So, as you all saw the preview of how I wanted season 3 to go about in terms of the preview, so I'm between the toss-up of what I want to continue that in that route, or in similar fashion, or just go a whole nother story, but it still pertains to season 2. And also my little side series like Billiards of Roses and A Moon's Drive. So that series supposedly focuses on the wolf himself, and so that you can get to know him a little bit better. So that's to a toss-up of whether to continue that mini-series or not, and as well as Billiards of Roses. But going to some of your guys' comments from the first season and also the second season, I'm going to get to answer some of them questions right now. I know most of the subscribers like Paranormal, Normal Aura, Cosmo Queen, and many others, Javier, shout outs to them, and also for their OCs for joining and to my series. So I still have most of the content to make another season, and I'm thinking about scrapping season 3 for a whole new one. So I'm planning on making previews on that, but which platform I'm thinking about using, because you know I use the movie maker from Windows XP, and as far as the new version of the movie maker, I'm still learning how to use it, but the one from XP is more simplified, and I can still use that movie maker till this day. I just got to pull out my old hardware, my old laptop, desktop, things like that, and go from there. I can still do that. Now back to the story. So for season 1, I actually watched it recently, just from my own perspective after 7 to 8 years of making it, and I watched season 2, which is called Full Circle. And looking back on the video and the love stories of the fanfic of Silver and Blaze, Amy, Sonic, Nux, Sade, and many others, and the most questions I get about the story is the fan characters. As you know, I threw mine in there just so you can get to know the wolf himself and also his sister. But what many of you don't know is that he also have a family, not just him, not just his twin sister, but he also have two brothers, which they will be later introduced. Whether they be introduced in the story or just a side topic, it's unknown. And as you saw that the fan characters used were Javier's Paranormal Aura, Storm, Cosmo Queen's Flash, and there's another subscriber, his or her character Cyrus. They were used in the series as well. And I wanted to be different amongst all the other fanfic stories that I have saw. And my purpose of doing one myself is to keep you guys entertained with the little experience I had with using Movie Maker and things like that. I know most of you mentioned that there's no sound, no music. I'm still trying to figure that out to go by, like some good soundtracks, things like that, and also not to get a copyright strike for using the music content. So the video is made silent to make it out to you guys. You can use your own music to imagine what it'd be like using your own music within that time. What else? And I use most of the OCs from the videos just to promote them as well, so you can get to know them as well. And also there are upcoming YouTubers that are in the community that may want to use them or use mine in their stories as well. And to, just to get you the idea of not only who the character is, but who I am as a person overall. So if you know the wolf himself behind the scene in the stories, you pretty much know who I am overall as a person. So I welcome each and every last one of you in open arms. Nothing but love, and appreciate you guys for supporting me in the videos. I thank all 170 subscribers to you, and it's been a long wait, and I'm just now here to pick up where I left off. So for most of you wanting to see season 3, it's coming. I did have the one for season 3 completely written out and thought of, but I had completely misplaced the script and how I wanted to type it out and all things like that. So I completely misplaced that script. So you can say season 3 was already finished. I just got to make a video out of it. But I can still remember bits and pieces of it, and I don't know, some of the content or where I want to go about it may not make somewhat sense, if that makes sense to you guys. And if you're watching this video, especially my returning subscribers, I know this would be a complete surprise to see me on YouTube after a long period of time due to life situations, things like that. And I'm also here to answer some questions. There are only like a few of them. Most of them came from Paranormal Aura, and maybe one from another subscriber. And those questions are, how long have I been, liking or been in the community? And the answer is, I've been at it since a little kid, from the Sad AM all the way to the Archie comics. And now IDW has taken over from the Archie comics. So I haven't read much of the IDW comics. I think I'm still at issue 10, but I don't know how many there are now, but I need to recheck. But Archie comics, I've been all the way to the end until whatever situations they had going on, the transition, things like that, the current inks and the current artists that drew the characters, they done went to IDW or they done went and did their own thing, whatever the case may be. Some of them are reachable through DeviantArt. And yeah, so yeah, I've been at it for quite some time now. And next question is the fan characters. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I just use them just to promote so that you can get to know them, so I can get to know them as well, and hopefully I did better and getting to know them through the scripts and what to, you know, pretty much just to get their personalities down pat. I'm not really good at it, but if I just study little bits of the bios and things like that, I can pretty get it close to a T if able. Now, the next question is, where's season 3? Season 3, as I mentioned, it was fully scripted and wrote out, but I misplaced that book and I cannot find it. So, as a result of that and being a long wait, I have to put what I wrote currently. I had to scrap the idea. Even thinking about the small details that I put into it, it wasn't going to work and it wasn't going to tie in as much as into season 1. And my main focus was to get it to line up with season 1 as I did with season 2. So there's your answer for season 3. So that's in the works, and I'm trying to find a program to make it into a video that's easier on me to use. And if I can't find anything other than Movie Maker, the Windows XP version, then either I do some serious sitting to look at the Movie Makers and the current Windows situation and go from there. So, and then another question is that referencing of the characters, the actions, the fighting styles, things like that. I'm pretty sure you guys already know most of the referencing. It's pretty much widely spread throughout not just this community, all other communities. There were references of, like, the fighting styles are referencing similar to DBZ, but and most of the storylines are more like in your seats, keep them guessing. So DBZ is like pretty much like a somewhat basic reference in terms of fighting styles, but it's not really that much. You can see movies from like The Matrix, references from some old school kung fu movies, even some from Ip Man, if that answers your question. What's next? Any future plans for this channel? Yeah, if I can get the right tools and usage to learn how to use, like I said, the Movie Makers, even the updated versions, I can make more and more. I can keep pumping them out. It's just, even using the latest versions can be less discouraging. And once I get to know that, or find someone that can train me to use that latest version, and then once I get the hang of it, I can go ahead and incorporate it. Far as music and sound effects, I have no experience in that, so the videos may continue to be silent. Just use your own music as if you were actually there. Next question is, okay, let me see, going down list of questions. The reason behind making stories. I mean, I was highly interested at the time of making those stories because there was one in particular that I really liked, but I was kind of upset they didn't finish it. So, but you know, like I said, there's life situations that hit you in the face, whether up or down, and that can cause them to not continue the series. And the reason for me is that it encouraged me more to get a story out that would get you highly interested and attached, but also finish it at the same time. If I'm going to start a project, you best to believe I'm going to finish it. So I'm guessing that's one of the biggest reasons why I make the stories. And here we are 7 to 8 years later. So I was in my late 20s doing a story. And to this day, I'm still like encouraged. I haven't seen any other stories yet, other than ones that are already posted like some years back. So if my subscribers are still willing, still willing to continue, please feel free to shoot me a comment or email saying that you would like to jump on this bandwagon with me and lend me your support in pretty much anything and everything, whether it's from training to use the new software or just you just want to be in a story. But yeah, that's pretty much it with all the little questions I got. And I'll also let you know that I have officially come back to the scene to make more stories. So, oh, there's also one more question. Let's see. Will this be a ongoing series? That's up for debate, depending on you. As the subscribers and those in the fan community. That depends on you if you want it to be an ongoing series, or I guess 3 is just enough and just work on something else. But if you want it to be an ongoing series, I have no problems with that. Even coming up with names for season 2, season 3, season 4 if any, or season 5 if any. That's difficult to come up on a basis, especially if most of the time I'm doing these stories on the fly. So if it's in my head, it's getting written down before I forget it. So, and also where you guys can reach me. You can also reach me here. You can also reach me on YouTube. You can also reach me through email. You can also reach me on DA. DA is Blue Moon the Wolf, just all at once. And you can also find me on Discord, Blue Moon. LIUMOON. Hashtag 6249. That is where you can reach me for all questions, ideas, criticisms, negativity. They're all welcome. And if you guys ready for another season, just comment below give me a thumbs up, and let's go ahead and continue this journey of the series Love is Only a Mile Away. Alright guys, signing off.